Note that this video was originally published May 1st, but it was taken down after the Chinese criminal Shone made multiple privacy complaints despite previously giving consent to be recorded. This re-uploaded version blurs the criminal Chinese nationals and obscures their voices, so they have no further grounds for privacy complaints. Since this video depicts Chinese spies violating US ITAR laws, it should never have been taken down since it is fully compliant with YouTube's EDSA and public interest policies. Any local or federal law enforcement may reach out to us on our website, and we will happily provide the unedited version showing the identities of the Chinese criminals.
Sister and brother, and all of my friends, let's come together and pray again. Sister.
The Alliance Police Training Carbine and Handgun CQB class is the only live-fire shoothouse class in the US that is open to civilians. The course also acts as a prerequisite for most other Alliance classes and many TNVC classes. The first thing you should know about Alliance's class is that it's almost always sold out. To get a spot, you'll have to buy a seat at least 6 months in advance, but some classes are sold out a year in advance. Class capacity is typically 12 to 14 students depending on how many police officers attend. In our class, there were 7 police officers and 10 civilians. The police officers were all super intelligent, respectful, and capable. The civilians were a mixed bag. Several of the civilians had done hundreds if not thousands of hours of tactical training courses, and 2 were actually assistant teaching the class. Amongst the rookie civilians, one was a self-proclaimed author who brought 3 of his books on the next American Civil War in case anyone wanted to buy them, and 3 were Chinese college students who barely spoke English.
You don't need any cards, you can apply on for the prices.
What do you need? You said you need a what?
For applying the hotline.
When not doing runs, they spent most of their time on a Chinese-translated version of Gunbroker. The 2 things that really stand out about the Alliance class are the instructor and the safety protocols. The lead instructor is absolutely phenomenal, and he has decades of experience in teaching CQB. Over his career, he has developed unique protocols for patrol officers to perform CQB, and he designed this class with the 2-man police team in mind. He also has had decades to maximize the safety of his classes, and there is a 0% chance you're going to get shot with all the safety protocols they have in place. While we won't cover the contents of the course or the techniques taught, prospective students should know a few logistical details of the course since APD itself provides 0 information beyond the address and the start time. First of all, we put an equipment list in the description. You should bring a suppressor for your carbine since you'll be shooting right beside your partner and the instructors. You will not use night vision in the class since the night run is conducted with a weapon light. And while you should bring a handgun and handgun ammo, you will only use it if you have a jam in your carbine. No one in our class fired a single round out of their handgun. For rifle ammo, in our class we only used about 50 rounds each, but it's very possible you could use more or less depending on your class. The school prefers you have a carbine with at least 16 inches overall length, which could mean a 10-inch barrel and a 6-inch suppressor. They also frown upon pistol caliber carbines, although these details are not a hard and fast rule. The schedule of our class was 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the first day, 10 a.m. to midnight on the second day, and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the last day. But each class's schedule may be slightly different. You should be aware that there are no lunch breaks provided. You're encouraged to bring snacks and lunch and dinner for yourself and eat whenever you can. APD provides an awesome course that can teach even students with no CQB experience, but it cannot teach you how to use a gun. So before enrolling in this class, you absolutely must be familiar and comfortable with your weapon system. You also should have your carbine and pistol sighted in before arriving. You will not have an opportunity to sight them in once you arrive. Once class is in session, the very first thing you do is choose your partner for the entire course. If you were polite enough to bring a suppressor, try to find a partner who also brought a suppressor. Remember that there's no single established method for doing CQB, and APD's methods are just the way they've found to work best over the years. If you have very strong opinions about what is right and what is wrong in CQB, then this beginner's course might not be the right fit for you anyways. 1 week ago, we actually posted a full run video from the course, and we were pretty surprised by the negative comments, which said the techniques were wrong, the students were too slow, and that civilians shouldn't be allowed to do CQB classes at all. But we didn't make this class. We're just providing information on the class so those who are interested can make an informed decision. We are not endorsing the class or the techniques taught in it. If you can at least appreciate us getting the info out there, we hope you'll click the like button and subscribe.